right. Good afternoon. Excited about a top 15 matchup this week with Ole Miss. First time they've come to Norman. So they've got an excellent football team, 6-1 on the year. And boy, they've been impressive watching them play. Certainly they scored on their first 5 possessions against Georgia last week. A really good Georgia team, but heavyweight showdown. And they came up on the short end of it. But they've got an excellent roster, an elite staff that's won at the highest level. And they're playing really, really well. Obviously, the head coach, being an offensive guy, they're kind of headlined offensively, and justifiably so. They've averaged over 500 yards a game since 2020. They're averaging just under 40 points a game and 492 yards a game, second in the SEC and 8th in the country. They're really balanced in what they're doing. Ranked second in the country in plays of 30-plus yards, and a couple of explosive plays against us a year ago where really they kind of slammed the door on us in the second half with some explosive plays. They're second in the SEC and 15th in the country and only allowing 7 sacks on the season. So they've done a great job of keeping the quarterback upright and keeping him clean. And when they do punt, which isn't very much, again, they're averaging 45 yards a punt. They play excellent defense. I've always admired and respected. Really don't know them, but I've watched Pete Golding and their staff and what the things that they've been able to do. And a year ago, they led the country in a whole bunch of categories. But he's got an excellent defensive pedigree and have his guys ready to compete. The quarterback is just fabulous, man. He's a winner. Being a former national champion, had over 4,000 yards and 51 touchdowns in one season. Most guys go through the whole career don't hit those numbers, but 5 straight games of over 250 yards a game passing. First Ole Miss quarterback that's done that since Eli Manning, and he's thrown for just under 1,600 yards, 8 touchdowns, only one interception on the year. He's rushed for 323 yards, so about 50 yards a game, just enough to kind of piss you off, and 5 touchdowns. But I really got great respect for how they play. Their running back, number 5, man, he is super physical. Kewan Lacey from down in Dallas, 210 pounds, and he's got concrete in his helmet when he's pass prone. He knocks the heck out of blitzing linebackers or safeties. They got a big physical, athletic tight end, and DeQuan Wright, really an excellent player. He's a big part of their short yardage package as well, and a really good defense that's peppered with lots of really good players that they've recruited. Probably the guy that stands out up front. They've got a big 6'8", 300-plus pound defensive tackle in Xavier Harris. He has 7 tackles for loss, 3 sacks. He's been really good and disruptive. So really excited. Our players are looking forward to, again, learning the new DNA of the new opponent and all the challenges that this team will present, certainly offensively for what they do, throwing the ball all over the place. They do, as good a job as anybody in college football that way.